Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Housewives Edit. My name is Elle and I'm here to talk about the two loves of my life, editing and housewives. Well, you guys, as you know, Real Housewives of New Jersey just has not been doing it for me lately. So I've been covering Vanderpump Rules, which all of you have basically said you are watching and you love. And also it's kind of an offshoot from the Real Housewives, so it kind of counts for this channel. I'm so sorry. I promise you, when I feel inspired by a Real Housewives of New Jersey, or I feel like the Real Housewives of OC is going to be so exciting coming up, I don't know why, I just have this feeling something about OC is going to be interesting that I'm going to want to cover. I will cover New Jersey when I see something that I'm super inspired by, but you guys, I'm not going to cover something that I'm not inspired by because that's not what this channel is about. Of course, I watch it every single time it comes out, the minute it comes out, but it just hasn't given me that like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk to them about this. As you guys can see behind me, I took away the wreath since I got so many comments from you guys talking about how I have a Christmas wreath behind me. It's not really a Christmas wreath. It had like little white berries on it. It's like for spring, but you can't really see it because it's so blurry behind me. So I replaced it with another wreath I have in my house. Maybe I'm just like a wreath type of girl. But anyway, I hope you guys who out there were asking if I'm still in Christmas mode, if I'm one of those people who keeps the lights up on the house all year round. Here's what I will say. I want to be one of those people. I love Christmas. Maybe that's why I love all kinds of wreaths in my house. But to appease you guys, I put up a spring wreath. It's a little bit more spring colors behind me. Thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. This means we are going to be doing a live. I will let you know when the live is going to be. You guys know the lives make me a little bit anxious, but we are going to do it. I am just so grateful for this community. I can't even tell you guys. I hope that we just keep growing and keep getting to just talk about this stuff because your comments section is what I look forward to more than anything. When I post a video, I don't care about the views. I don't care about anything about it, the likes or anything. I literally just keep going to the comments and reading your guys' comments and just loving them so much. So keep them coming and I really, really appreciate you guys. Without further ado, we are going to jump into the Vanderpump Rules mid-season trailer, which was beyond a cinematic event. I was so sad that it came out after the Oscars because this should have swept at the Oscars. I don't think there was any movie that came out in the past year that had the same sort of feeling or gave me the same sort of feeling as this trailer did. And we're going to break it down today. And I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the elements of the trailer that gave me those feelings. I know that when I looked on Instagram, people who had watched the trailer were like, I watched it 1,000 times because it was just so good. I was the same. I could not stop watching it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Can't wait to talk to you guys about it. So here we go.
Still to come on this season of Vanderpump Rules.
Sometimes I feel like I'm blowing.
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna be breaking this down like second by second. So they start out with, you see the palm trees. Basically, it's like from a car driving down in Beverly Hills where you see these palm trees. I don't know if any of you have been to LA, but there are truly streets like this in Beverly Hills where you look up, the palm trees are so tall and you can just see them in the sky. And if you open like your sunroof or you look out the window or you look up out the front window, you can see them. It's really beautiful. It's very, very LA to me. So they start with this LA clear blue sky, right? To me, that's really just a showing of like, everything's great. Clear blue sky, right? What could go wrong? The song they picked was, for trailers, for me, it's all about the song. Like, you can have the best trailer in the world, but if the music and the sound and all of that doesn't go along with it, it's a wash. The time that they spend and the money that they spend on trailer music in the film industry is crazy. Like it's absolutely such a big part of it. And here I'm telling you guys, one of the biggest reasons any of you who did like this trailer liked it was the music. They start out with this. It's a track that has someone singing in this sort of falsetto voice, right? It's very almost like eerie. There's not too much music behind it except this almost like a harp. I don't know instruments well enough, but it's almost like a dun 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 dun. There's something about it that feels almost like a ghost. That's kind of what I thought. Like it feels like a ghost story a little bit, right? So you see this blue sky, you see Sheena getting married, right? It's in slow motion. She's being dipped. So all of this sort of like good stuff, right? But the music is telling you something else. The music is telling you ominous. The music is telling you ghost story. The music is telling you eerie, giving you a little bit of a feeling of like, this isn't the track that should be going on with a blue sky and someone getting married. And, you know, they're even showing like, oh, the sandwich shop is being opened. These are all good news things with this eerie song underneath. So you should already be feeling so many conflicting feelings within inside of you. And that's truly why this is such a brilliant trailer, is the conflict that it evokes in the watcher right away. This is a total side note, but I want you guys to check in with this. This is something that they do in movies, trailers, TV shows, pretty much anything where there's a story being told and where they're trying to hook an audience, is this contrast. I've talked to you guys a million times about it on this channel before when it comes to editing. Contrast is one of the biggest things that they use, which is basically tone shift, going from a really light moment, which makes the heavy moment feel darker. Also going from these darker moments to a lighter moment where they switch up the music. It makes the lighter moment even funnier because it breaks the tension. This is tools that they use in editing, using music, sound effects, and just cuts to create this inside of the viewer. It's to keep you interested and to keep you wanting to watch more. If it's too one note all along, you're gonna get tired, you're gonna tune out, you're gonna click out, and that's not what they want. They want you constantly guessing what's gonna come down the pike. And now for the random thought, I was thinking about this, watching this trailer and how, you know, they're using these tools. And I was like, I hope that you guys know as an audience, this is one of the reasons, this is just my theory, by the way. This is one of the reasons why when things are going very well in your life personally, that you are waiting for the other shoe to drop, as they say, right? So you might have everything going right. You're having one of those like wonderful moments where just work is going well and family's going well, or you're in love, and then like all the pieces are together. What is usually the first thought that comes to our mind is like, okay, something bad is gonna happen, right? That's really literally what we think. And now I've read like Brene Brown, she talks about this, it's like a vulnerability thing. There's so many like real scientists talking about this, but I'm not a real scientist, but I truly believe the way that editors and filmmakers employ these tools of contrast and tone shift is why our brains from very young age tend to always wonder what bad is coming when we feel good. So I want you guys to check in with that. That's something I've had to check in with a lot, because I'll have moments of total utter like, wow, I feel so good. Oh my gosh, what's about to happen wrong? And you have to remember that things aren't necessarily going to happen wrong. We're supposed to be happy. Like, it's not a bad thing to be happy. Maybe you're not in the best moments in your life. You know, it's not ever like we hit a state of happiness and we just stay there. So if you do have those moments, don't just think about the bad thing that's coming, because guess what? It probably is coming. You know, something is going to shift in your world. Not terrible, but you're going to, you know, I don't know, lose your keys or something's going to go. But just remember those moments. Don't let your joy be taken away from those moments. Don't feel like the music is about to go dun dun dun. and know why you feel like it's going to be that. I think it's some conditioning here.
Oh, it looks amazing. We got the space. We got the space.
Are they gonna open before us?
Okay, so what they're doing is they're starting light. They're going to slight conflict. This is the slight conflict, which is Schwartz sitting down. He's sighing hard, right? You hear the voiceover.
Are they gonna open before us?
Basically what they're trying to do is build this thing like things are good, but things are not so good because there are some other people in this world that are not thinking this is great, right? Schwartz is still worried about when they're gonna open, and the sandwich shop might open before him. It's very minor stuff though. Do we really care? Are we like so invested on if Schwartz feels good about them opening their sandwich shop first? No, but it's just a slight bit of conflict.
I'm excited. I don't know what to expect.
I was the OG.
Okay, so then we have Katie walking in. She's obviously, I think she's got a new man. I don't know if it's a friend or a man or whatever. She's walking in, she's looking happy, right? Happy moments. We see Sandoval kissing someone. I don't know, I think they slowed it down. I don't think he's really kissing them that slow. And when I say them, I don't know who it is. Is it Ariana? Is it someone else? And I think they did that totally on purpose. They have that shot of him kissing a woman in a bed, but we don't know who it is. She's clearly wearing like a face mask, right? We cannot see her very well. I have a feeling it's probably Ariana, but they put that in there in this sort of like building these small conflicts at the very beginning, right? You know, Katie's walking in feeling happy, Schwartz is unhappy about them opening before, and then we show Sandoval in sort of this like passionate kiss, which I personally haven't seen him do a lot of that like passion stuff with Ariana. I know they've been together forever, but there's just something different about it here, and the music is still doing that ominous feel to it, right? And now we're cutting to a scene between Sheena and Raquel that is going to kind of kick us off.
Whore of this group. And then came Lala, and now here you are.
Okay, whoa. So much to unpack there, right? So Sheena's saying her line, they cut the music totally out.
I was the OG home-wrecking whore of this group. And then came Lala, and now here you are.
We have a sound effect, and then you have Raquel responding to what Sheena said, which is basically saying like, you're the new homewrecker, right? And then they bring the music back in for impact. Music comes back in, it's ominous again, it's got that falsetto voice, and then we cut straight to what? Raquel kissing Schwartz.
We're not divorced yet. This is my husband.
He's like married with kids.
He wants to
Okay, so now they're doing the Raquel being a homewrecker package, if you will, right? You have her kissing Schwartz with the voiceover. You hear the voice of Katie saying, we're not even divorced yet. Like, how dare she, right? So we're like, ooh, conflict there. Then we cut to her kissing Oliver on the dance floor, which we've already seen, but it's again, the homewrecker package, right? And then we have her in the pool with Sandoval, a very quick clip of her obviously flirting with Sandoval. And now we're gonna hear James talk about it, James' perspective. So really what they're showing is like every party is being affected by this Raquel is a homewrecker storyline.
the out of Raquel.
You guys are disgusting. I want to light them both on fire. I want you to know.
Okay, so they have Allie walking out. So Allie is affected too, right? James's new girlfriend. And then they cut to Katie where she's saying, I want to light them both on fire. Do we know who they're lighting on fire yet? No, we're only about halfway through the trailer. We're gonna figure it out, I'm sure, by the end of this trailer. But then at the end of what Katie says, they kind of do this flash transition where they turn her face red, they turn everything else around her kind of green or some other color. I can't even remember what the colors are, but they have kind of a color transition, right? And then they flash right into this next part with Lala talking to Allie. So it's kind of like the conflict is building. We have the homewrecker package. That's obviously the main thing on our mind. But now even Lala's talking to Allie about James, right? All of the things that we know are being unraveled. That's what they're trying to tell us.
What you've signed up for, being with him.
Should I ask Ali to marry me?
I'm so done.
Having sex like 4 times a year.
I cannot have sex with somebody who feels like a stranger.
Open relationship.
Okay, so the big thing I want to show you guys here is the music. It feels like church bells ringing.
Should I ask Ali to marry me?
I'm so done.
Having sex like 4 times a year.
You can hear it. Every time the church bell comes in, a new piece of conflict comes in or a slow motion shot of something while the conflict is being said to us, right? So we have, you know, Tom's basically telling Ariana he's not happy. Well, it's implied basically that he's telling her he's not happy with how often they get intimate. And then they show this clip of Ariana having fun, I think with another guy. You know, they have Schwartz talking. They have just all of the things are kind of like it's piling up with the gong, gong, gong of the church bell, which to me, just like they use it in Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I feel like church bells really elicit this like, I don't know, there's drama to it. There's a lot of weight to it. It can feel scary a little bit. It can feel a little bit oppressive. It can feel, it's also joyous, right? Church bells aren't bad. It's just that the way they're using them here are to build drama. So every time you hear one of those church bells, you hear something go on. And I don't know if they're church bells. That's just the vibe I got.
Relationships are tough.
This is a full-blown love affair.
I wish we both would have tried harder.
You don't deserve.
Okay, so our music cue with that guy in the falsetto voice has gone now, right? And now we have the church bells, and now you can hear the music going up an octave.
Full-blown love affair.
I wish we both would have tried harder.
Anytime you have something going upstairs like music, I would love to get someone on here who actually is like really skilled with music, could tell us really what this is. But to me, it's like some sort of building crescendo with the music as they're building with what they're saying, right? Ariana's talking to Tom now. It's becoming It's becoming more serious in the trailer now.
One tear of mine.
She saw the both of you at the Abbey together.
You don't know what's going on between us.
I don't regret our relationship.
I had so much rage in me.
Okay, so now they're building it all with what they're talking about, and it's from all these different scenes. We as the audience don't know if any of what they're talking about has anything to do with the Raquel Sandoval drama, but they sure as heck are making it seem like that. Everything, if you took any of these lines separate, they could be really applied to any situation that's happened in this season. Like, you know, there's so many things that it could be applied to because they're so vague, but the editors took these vague lines and they're kind of piecing them together as if they're talking about the Sandoval thing. Now I want to show you, as I feel like it's violins. This is something they rarely do in trailers, which I absolutely love when they take sound out. Sound to me being taken out always makes me lean in. So they take the sound out, but they have that dramatic violins coming in while we show shots of all of the characters, you know, in various states of like upset.
Will learn how to deal with your problems.
And then they pull the music out, and then you have Lisa, who's sort of like our matriarch, right? And she says,
You will learn how to deal with your problems.
She's got tears in her eyes. All of the characters are there right behind her, and they all look a little melancholy, right? The music comes back in, and we hear another church bell.
You want anything?
For you to die.
Okay, just amazing, right? So that big grand last line with Lisa, and then they cut to Sandoval and he's in their house, and it's clear that the music comes out and he's like, do you want anything? It's kind of like that moment, which I don't know if you guys can relate to, but if you've ever been in a fight with your significant other or an ex-significant other, there's always those moments where it's like, it's almost like we can't fight anymore. Like, can I get you something? Like it's such a relatable moment to me. And obviously her response is so good. For you to die, and the way she says it is just so real and so, oh, you just feel her emotion. Not to mention you have the music back to this dun 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 dun, whatever that thing is. I feel like it's like a harp or something like that. But oh my gosh, it was just, to me, it just blew my mind. I was just so, I can't even tell you how much this trailer made me feel good. The editors just killed it picking the music. They killed it picking the shots and taking the sound out of it. Think about all the other trailers we've covered where it's been like a lot of like, let's show, you know, the dramatics before, let's show the dramatics at the start and then go to the more exciting stuff, right? Like all of those things I feel like are really great tools as well, especially when you have to kind of build something and make people excited about it. Not to mention we didn't get any of the stuff which I truly hate in the trailers, which is like, oh, we're gonna have some lively, exciting music and show them like, you know, dancing with each other or whatever, where they're trying to like, hey, it's gonna be fun, trust me, keep watching. This, they didn't even need to do that. They did a little bit of real drama, which is like them getting their sandwich shot open, you know, Sheena getting married. Those types of things were good at the beginning, but then all of the drama, oh, when I watch this trailer, more than anything, you guys, I realize that they have an amazing season ahead of them. I cannot believe they got the cameras on Sandoval and this whole Raquel situation with Ariana. I can't wait. It's been such a good season. It feels like a return to form. I'm so excited, and I know you guys feel the same way. So thank you so much for watching and bearing with me as I become, you know, the Vanderpump Rules edit just for a brief time. I promise we'll get back into Housewives when it's exciting. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.
You will learn how to deal with your problems.